I'm going to do some stats. I was just having a browse after watching somebody reflecting on how they started their YouTube channel, and it made me decide to have a look and see what was going on for me. At the end of this video, I will put on some footage of the wisteria from our bedroom window, and I've also got some footage of Mr. Frog, who is quite noisy. You won't hear him because he's not making a noise at the moment. He's quite noisy at times, and at night in the when we've gone to bed for an hour or so, he's quite noisy. I think he's probably looking for a mate. I hope he finds one. So I've got to take you out of this. You're in this claspy thing for you to be able to see the stats. But first of all, I'll talk about I thought I'll look back and see when it was I started YouTubing. And a lot of you won't realise, but I actually started uploading stuff to YouTube back 10 years ago in May. 12th of May 2012, I uploaded a video of a chick hatching in an incubator. And then, but mostly I wasn't doing it for YouTube. I was doing it for me. I was doing it as a place to record stuff for myself. And actually that was what I was doing. It's recording stuff for myself. And it's a sort of diary in a way, a visual diary rather than a written diary. And it's been that most of the time. I mean, obviously, the more I've grown an audience and the more interaction I've had with the audience, the more I do based on what people like to see. And but it's always been about amusing myself, giving myself something to do. And so, yeah, it started 12 to 10 years ago. So that first one was called Hatching Chick, Lavender Peaking, May 2012. So what am I going to do now to be able to show you the stats? I'm going to have another bit of coffee first. And then we're going to look at the most popular. I'm going to stop this because it'll stop anyway. And I'm just going to be... Now I can use iMovie. I can just slot everything together. Is that in focus? God, even I can't focus. So yeah, this was my first upload, and nothing going on there really. Nothing, I was getting views, which surprised me, but nothing much. So if I go back to views, it will give me the top views. So the top video was moving to France from the UK, what they don't tell you, and that received up to date, it's received 25,000 views, and it's earned me, since some people are interested in earnings, €10. €10 in, how long has it been published for? In 978 days. What's that, 3 years? Let's go back so we can see. 12th of August 21, 22, 20. Yeah, so in 2.5 years it's earned €10. Anybody that says that you can make a living on YouTube, although I don't have that many subscribers. The second one, with just below that, is the one about the Patreon card that, as you'll see, isn't public, and there's a reason for that. Here's interesting. Look, 51%, 52% do not like this video. It's not published. It's been published now and again, and then I don't. What I'm finding is I've moved away completely. Moved away, and I'm not looking. I don't know what's going on there, and don't give a toss about what's going on there. But every so often somebody will come along and make a comment trying to drag me back in, And every so often somebody will find this video and be really angry with me. And it's now, what, 22, 23, it's now 2 years old, you know, so I don't need that. But this video is actually what created and made the channel take off. Don't know whether it'll show how many subscribers. Let's have a look. 171 subscribers. Actually, the other one's got more subscribers, I think. 171, and this one was 466, or has been. I mean, it might be over time. So yeah, so that's not published for a reason. And then this third one, I came out one morning after we'd come back from England in my nightie, having a bit of a rant. It was just amazing. It's had 22,000 views, and it's earned how much? 31. So 31 euros, 422 subscribers. And what happens is people see something and think, oh yeah, I'm going to watch that. And then eventually they see that I'm not consistent, so I don't always do the same sort of vlogs. So yeah, they're the top ones. There's a rebuttal to the Chateau Gate, the rebuttal, which was about my thoughts about what happened with the patron card video. Because people thought that I did it deliberately, and I hadn't. I just because I was making vlogs about what has happened today. This is my day. This is like, you know, a diary of today's events. And I just mentioned that I'd received the patron card, blah, blah, blah. And people went berserk, as they do. Yeah, so the most views then has been 25,157, and then the patron one, 24,694, then 22, then 19, then 14, and then mostly, obviously, all a lot smaller. And because I'm not using YouTube as my source of income, it doesn't really bother me. I quite like it. I think we all do. We all like it when something gets liked a lot or is really popular. It's quite exciting, you know. It hits all those dopamine centers in your brain when something goes bananas, but sometimes there are consequences to that. So back to the current date, which is the video that I uploaded last night about Mrs. Brahma. What else I was going to say about stats? I'll tell you my stats, overall stats for the YouTube, for the channel. In all of that, let's have a look, that's 28 days. Let's do lifetime. Oh, I've earned 2,000, just over 2,000 euros in that lifetime. So I've had 847,000 views, 60k watch time, 2.7k almost subscribers, and earned 2,191.88 euros. And this is there, May 21. So nothing really, nothing. And then all of a sudden, there's something. Whilst I'm here, let's look at audience. Is this where they'll show the ages of my audience? There we go, 66% female, 34% male, and a small percentage of 45 to 54, but most of them over 55, and 50% over 65. That's interesting. United Kingdom, United States, France, Canada, Australia. Yeah, anyway, you've seen all these before. You don't want to see them again, do you? It's too late anyway now. So I'm going to turn this off and come back to me. So that's that. That's my stat. So I was just sort of reflecting and was surprised to find it had been 10 years I've been using YouTube. And despite what some people have thought, it isn't about having a go at anybody or trying to get views. It's just been about sharing daily life and sharing my stuff and having a diary for myself of what's going on. It's how I occupy myself for how long? For 8 years, I've not been able to occupy myself in a way that you might do if you're fit. And so it's been a way of occupying myself, getting creative, and interestingly, it wasn't ever designed that way. And what I really like is that there's a bit of a community. It's really nice to chat to people. I've got to know people, and that's been really nice. Bit of a community, different to Facebook, different to other forums I've been on. So it just feels really, nice and comfortable, and that's why I do it. So I'm going to finish my coffee, drink my coffee, and we've been done those chickens. Mrs. Brahma's still really heavily limping on that leg. And I've given her more Metacam this morning, and she's been we've put her with food and water in the small run where she was sitting last night, because it's more protection for her. She's a bit vulnerable out in the big garden without being able to move very well. So she's in there on her own, but she's had more Metacam. And tonight we will. I'm going to give her another thorough check over. I forgot to take the bucket down with the betadine in it this morning, so we'll take it down tonight. And Mr. Cockerell, that looks very uncomfortable. I'm not sure if it's where I injected him or where the vet injected him, but that there's a very uncomfortable looking area on his neck under his feathers. And then when I injected him this morning, trying to avoid a quill, trying to avoid the feathers, he's very feathered. If I got a wet finger, so whatever was in the syringe came out onto I didn't prick my finger, but I got a wet finger, so I don't even know whether he got any of the antibiotic, which is frustrating. Going to work lower down his body, I think, next time. See if I can do a better job then. But there's not a lot of space between the quills. There's so many quills. It's really difficult. But he seems okay. He took the medicine really well, as did she. Once we'd caught her, she wasn't difficult to catch. But once she'd settled and knew that this was what was going to happen, she just, she wasn't resistant at all. So that's nice. So just got to keep an eye on them. If she doesn't improve, obviously we'll go to the vets. But I'm hoping the Metacam will help. I think it's quite possible she's got it caught and sprained it, but the leg isn't hanging, so I know she's not pulled it out of a socket, and know that she's not broken anything. Her leg retracts normally. It's just I'm going to check it again very thoroughly under her foot to see if there's a thorn or something. I couldn't see one, but I will check. But I feel sorry for her, poor thing. So it's very warm out there, as you'll see when you see the wisteria coming up, and the blue sky, which is full of vapor trails again, so I won't be doing any cloud videos, and Mr. Frog. So I hope you're having a nice Sunday, and I'll close this here and go to iMovie and make it into a proper whole video. That's the best you're going to get. I'm not going to get any fancy editing going on from me. Okay, have a nice day. So this is the view from our window, if the shutters are open. I see all the flowers are coming out there as well on the horse chestnut. Another day of vapour trails. So I'm going to carry on. I've been looking at a few stats. So I'm going to go back down and look at some stats. And try not to drop this phone out the window. I'm trying to adjust that. I've got to get in and not bang my head because it's really low, this window reveal. Yeah, so where will I tack this on? I'll put it at the end of my stats, so you won't know that till you get it. And this is how it looks from the front, not the front door, but the door at the bottom of the stairs. It's not fully in flower, as you can see. I'm going to have a look and see what it's like outside. We were sitting down in the by the chicken run after we treated the chickens this morning. We're sitting next to the other wisteria, and it's just magnificent. I said to Mark, I wish it was somewhere where I'm looking all the time, where I am all the time. I could sit and just enjoy its company forever. I don't think this one has a scent. I'm going to try and show you Mr. Frog, but whenever I get any closer, he gets upset. But he's very noisy. I can hear him at night and during the day. I can't even see if he's in the picture. I think he is. As I move closer, he'll decide I'm dangerous. Oh, no, that's bad, not bad. Are you okay, Mr. Frog? Have you attracted a mate? All that calling?